Next topic is combination of resistance. It is of two types: series connection of resistors and parallel connection of resistors. First of all, we will be move towards series connection of resistors. The resistors are connected across 2 points in the circuit in such a way that the current flowing through each resistor is the same and only one path is available for it to flow. Then the resistors are said to be connected in series. In the first figure, three resistors R1, R2, R3 are connected in series across the points A and B. The current I is flowing through each of the resistors R1, R2 and R3 is the same, but the total voltage of the battery is divided according to the resistance value. If the voltage drops across R1, R2 and R3 are V1, V2 and V3 respectively, then the equivalent voltage, that is V, is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now if the resistor R, instead of these three resistors R1, R2, R3, is connected in such a way that the current flowing through the circuit remains the same, then R is called equivalent resistance of the circuit. So for an equivalent resistor, V equal to IR. Now according to Ohm's law, R1 voltage drop across V1 equal to IR1, R2 voltage drop across V2 equal to IR2, R3 voltage drop across V3 is equal to IR3. So from these equations we are able to see that IR equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. On LHS and RHS side, I is common. So we get the general form capital R equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. From this, we say that the equivalent resistance R can be obtained by the summation of all the resistors connected in series. Some important points about series connection. In this type of connection, the current flowing through each resistance is the same. The total voltage drops across all the resistors connected in series equals to the sum of the voltage drop across each resistor. Next, the magnitude of equivalent resistance is always greater than that of the larger resistance. Next topic is parallel connection of resistors. When more than one resistance are connected across 2 points in the circuit such that more than one path are available for the current to flow and the voltage drops across two ends of each resistor are same, then the resistors are said to be connected in parallel between these 2 points. Three resistors R1, R2, R3 are shown connected parallel across A and B point. Here one end of the resistors are connected at common point A and the other ends are connected to another common point B. The electric current I at point A is divided into three parts. The current flowing through each resistor depends upon the resistance values. Suppose the current flowing through resistors R1, R2 and R3 are I1, I2, I3 respectively, then the total electric current is equal to the electric current flowing through the circuit. That is capital I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. In parallel connection of resistors, the voltage drop across every resistor is equal to battery voltage. So according to Ohm's law, I1 equal to V upon R1, I2 equal to V upon R2, and I3 equal to V upon R3. So substituting in the first equation, capital I equal to V upon R1 plus V upon R2 plus V upon R3. Now, if one such resistant R instead of three resistors R1, R2, R3 is connected across the battery, then the current flowing through the circuit will be same as I. So I equal to V by R. So we get V upon R equal to V upon R1 plus V upon R2 plus V upon R3. You can see in the textbook. Taking out common V on both the side, 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Here R is called the equivalent resistance of parallel connection of these three resistors. Some important points for parallel connection of resistors. The reciprocal of equivalent resistance R is equal to the sum of the reciprocal of individual resistors. It is different to that of series connection. The reciprocal of equivalent resistance R is equal to the sum of reciprocal of individual resistors. Second, the voltage drop across each resistor remains the same. The sum of the current flowing through each resistor equals to the total current flowing through the circuit. And last, the magnitude of equivalent resistance is always smaller than that of the smallest resistance. Next topic is merits and demerits of series and parallel connection of resistors. The total resistance of the circuit increases by connecting the resistors in series. Hence, the current decreases. Thus, to control the current in the circuit, series connection of resistors is useful. Moreover, the fuse is connected in series with 230 volt AC mains, as well as in electrical appliance and in domestic electric connection. Therefore, whenever a short circuit occurs in any electrical appliance, the fuse wire melts and stops electric current. As a result, the damage of electrical appliance can be prevented. Now, if the electric appliances are connected in series, the applied voltage is divided. Example, 3 bulbs operating on 240 volt. When connected in series, each gets 80 volt. They cannot give the light efficiently because of this less voltage. In series connection, if fault occurs in one appliance or the circuit breaks, the current does not flow in the circuit and all the other appliances stop working. That is, if one of the 3 bulbs get fused, other bulbs do not light up. Next, but if 3 bulbs are connected in parallel with 240 volt supply, all the 3 bulbs get same voltage. If any one bulb gets fused, the current continues to flow through other 2 bulbs and they will work. Thus, in the parallel connection, breakup does not occur. In a house, the appliances such as fan, bulb, TV, refrigerator, etc. are connected in parallel with 240 volt AC mains line. The equivalent resistance in a parallel connection of the resistor decreases. Hence, more current can be obtained. Topic is heating effect of electric current. When we pass the electric current in the bulb, our experience says that after a while it becomes hot. In the same way, by flowing an electric current through electrical appliances like iron or heater, the heat is produced. Here, electrical energy is converted into heat energy, which is known as heating effect of an electric current. In the same way, the electrical energy is transferred into heat energy due to the resistance. Suppose electric current is flowing through some resistor R. To flow this current continuously, the battery has to provide energy to every electric charge. Now, the work required to keep the charge Q in motion by the battery of voltage V is W equal to VQ. From the definition of electric current, Q equal to I into T. So W equal to VIT. According to Ohm's law, V equal to IR. So substituting IR instead of V, we get W equal to IR into IT. That is W equal to I squared RT. Thus, the current flowing through a resistor for time T is I. The electrical energy consumed to be W, which is converted into heat energy. So the equation changes to heat energy, that is capital H is equal to I squared RT. The above equation is also known as Joule's law. The energy produced in a resistor is directly proportional to the square of the current passing through it. Directly proportional to the resistance for a given current. Directly proportional to the time t for a given current and resistance. The SI unit of electrical energy or heat energy is joule. The thermal effect of an electric current is used in many instruments used in our day-to-day life. Example, electrical heater, electric iron, water heater, toaster, oven, etc. Topic is electrical power. Electrical power means the rate of electric charge. That means the electrical energy consumed or heat generated in unit time is defined as an electric power. It is denoted by symbol capital P. Capital P equal to W upon T. In the earlier theory itself, W equal to I square RT. Substituting it in the formula I square RT upon T, TT gets cancelled, P equal to I square R. Now as we know, I square can be written as I into IR. IR is nothing but V according to Ohm's law. So instead of IR we will substitute V. So we get P equal to IV. Now here I from Ohm's law we can get I equal to V by R. Substituting V by R instead of I, we get P equal to V square upon R. The SI unit of power is joule per second or watt. If 1 ampere current flows through the circuit from 1 volt battery, the power consumed is to be 1 watt. 1 watt equal to 1 volt into 1 ampere. That is 1 watt equal to 1 volt ampere. According to the definition of electric power, P equal to W upon T. So W equal to P into T. 1 joule equal to 1 watt into 1 second. Now 1 kilowatt. Watt second is the smaller unit of electrical energy. So in practice, the unit kilowatt hour is used. 1 kilowatt hour equal to 1000 watt into 3600 seconds. That in reduced form is 1 kilowatt equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joule. The electricity which is used in your home for domestic purpose is calculated in kilowatt hour. It is called unit. 1 unit equal to 1 kilowatt hour, that is 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joule. When 1000-volt bulb is on for 1 hour, the energy consumed is equal to 1